Thank you for coming to Valerie Loves Books. I am back. I think it's been a year, almost a year. I have been busy, and been I've had a strong desire to read, but reading is a luxury these days, and I kind of foresee myself reading more in the coming months. But right now, there's a lot of organization going on, and I'm having to get rid of some of my books to my chagrin. I feel devastated because I'm having to unload, unhaul books that I've had for years. And it's because of the affordability, being able to afford to store books or move books from one location to the next. So I'm trying to make my load light, but the books are dear to my heart, and I am trying my best to figure out how many books I can afford to carry along with me. Now, this is one book, just one book that's on my list. I bought this book because it has a great title, America's First Daughter, and it has a female dressed in a gown. Looks like it's Edwardian or Elizabethan. It's a New York Times bestseller back when they were really bestsellers, back in the day when it said New York Times bestseller. Isn't it strange that everybody has a bestseller? I guess I have not looked into that. Maybe they did reach a certain level as far as the numbers of sales. Presumably that's what that's about, right? Becoming a bestseller. Is it about the story anymore? Anyway, this one has on its face New York Times bestseller. Now, this is a book. Who is the author? Stephanie Dre and Laura Kamoe. I kind of like the feel of the dress too. I like the feel of the book. It has been used for sure. And this is one of the books I wouldn't want to get rid of it because it just feels like it feels so nice. Anyway, I hope you're not laughing at me, but I just love the way it feels. Anyway, it looks like it reads well too. I think I've read at least the first paragraph, which I think I'll read here now. America's First Daughter. Now, here is a critique of it. A delectable and poignant read. It deftly draws on the volatile atmosphere of Jefferson's time, recounting his daughter's little-known story, a heroic tested to the limit, loaded with grit and determination. All the right chords are struck here. You're going to want to read slow and savor this one. Now, bravo. I love to savor the words and really understand the meaning as it rolls by. Now, I do have issues sometimes with reading where I read literally. It's kind of strange. I will read a sentence and I'll give you an example, and it kind of interrupts my flow, but I often get a little confused. And I shouldn't. I think after I begin to read more often, that won't happen. But I do love reading. I tend to read a lot of uh, technical technical writings, primarily having to do with technology or something online, instructing others on how to get the answers they're looking for. So it's not fiction or prose or anything of that nature, which is what I love. So here we are. This is beginning the year 1823, Monticello, April 5th. As a matter of fact, from Thomas Jefferson to Robert Walsh. The letters of a person, especially of one whose business has been chiefly transacted by letters, form the only full and genuine journal of his life. The letters of a person, especially of one whose business has been chiefly transacted by letters, form the only full and genuine journal of his life. I agree, totally. July 5th, 1826. And today is July 11th, 2026. How many years is that? 100 years? No, it isn't. It's 102 years, right? No, it isn't. Oh my gosh, 1826 was 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Oh, I'm getting my math all wrong. But anyway, that would have been 107 years? 100. Oh my gosh. I can't do it. Anyway, I have to have pen in hand and paper. Sons of a revolution fight for liberty. They give blood, flesh, limbs, their very lives. But daughters, we sacrifice our eternal souls. This I am sure of, as I stand in the quiet emptiness of my father's private chambers. I'm here now because my father is dead and buried, and I'm left to make sense of it all. My gaze drifts from the alcove bed where Papa drew his last breaths to his private cabinet, beyond to the adjustable mahogany drawing desk he brought from Paris so many years ago. Light filters down on me from the skylight built into the soaring ceiling and plays off the mirrors to make me feel as an actor upon a stage, playing a secret role. Now, those two paragraphs resonate with me so brilliantly. I've been thinking of my play today, the writing of my play, and I came up with something very creative today with regards to my play. Here it is. Within this paragraph, it says, soaring ceiling. Light filters down on me from the skylight built into the soaring ceiling and plays off the mirrors to make me feel as an actor upon a stage, playing a secret role. Even knowing that he'll never return, I hesitate to settle into the red leather swivel armchair upon which my father struggled to write his letters. Fewer and fewer every year. His hands, his eyesight, and his endurance all failed him in the end, but never his intellect. That he had to the last. From between the pages of a leather-bound book on his revolving book stand, I find a sketch, a drawing of an obelisk, monument, and tombstone to be inscribed with what he wished to be remembered for, and not a word more. Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of American Independence, of the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom, and father of the University of Virginia. I brush my fingertips over the sketch and image the coarse granite that will bear those words and stand eternal guardian over Papa's final resting place. Alas, memories are made of more than inscriptuous. Memories are made of more than inscriptions in stone. They're made too of the words we leave behind, and my father left so many. Most of his meticulously ordered, copied, and cataloged letters are stored in wooden cabinets here in his chambers. It will take time to go through them all, but time is all I have now. So I start with the earliest letters, warmed to hold the folding pages in my hands, overcome with pride at seeing his confident script soaring so eloquently across the yellowed paper. A glass pan door opens behind me from the direction of the greenhouse where my father's mockingbirds sing, and I swivel in the chair, startled to come face to face with my father's lover. Sally Hemings doesn't knock, nor does she apologize for the intrusion. She strides into the space as if she belongs here, and she does. For as much as my father cherished the seclusion of this sanctorum almost until his last breath, this was her domain. But now Thomas Jefferson is gone, and Sally and I have come at last to the final reckoning between us. We stand, two aging matriarchs, amidst his books, scientific instruments, and a black marbled obelisk clock, the one over his bed that counted down the minutes of his glorious life and now counts down the moments until we will follow him. Sadly, Sally, who bears a tawny resemblance to my lovely petite mother, wears a crisp white apron over the gown she sewed from colorful. I think I'll end there, but that's my kind of story right there. I love historical stories. I really do. And this is a book I kind of want to hold on to. I really do. Oh my goodness. I wonder how much that costs. Well, anyway, here's something on the back, a critique on the back of the book. It says, not since Gone with the Wind has a single volume family saga so brilliantly portrayed the triumphs, trials, and sins of a family in the American South. Interesting. Well, folks, that's all. I'll come back tomorrow. I have a session scheduled for tomorrow to talk to you about the books that I'm having a tough time letting go of. So we'll discuss those books. I have about 250 books. I'm going to try to run through them all tomorrow because I have to make a decision as quickly as possible as to what I am going to do with books. Man, do I not want to leave my books behind. All right, so it's just a matter, I guess, of just finding a way to make it happen, which is going to be a little bit challenging, but I'm going to try my best to do so. Well, anyway, I'm going to sign off now for Valerie Loves Books. Thank you so much for tuning in on the afterplay or the replay. I appreciate you come back and watch other videos. I look forward to doing more uploads and going live in the coming months. Thank you. Good night.